Welcome to Raising the Bar, the podcast that pulls back the curtain on the country's most successful leaders and how they elevate their business and their teams. Please welcome our host, Alison DePauli.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today on Raising the Bar Live, where we talk about raising the bar. In the lives, we talk about how to raise the bar in your benefits plan. And today we're going to talk about why controlling the cost of care is so important. And most people's immediate reaction to controlling the cost of care is, oh, you just want me to get crappy care. And that is not true. Crappy care serves nobody, and people get crappy care all the time. When you control the cost of care, you can actually make sure people get high quality care, because the dirtiest secret of all in healthcare is that the highest quality of care is almost always in the bottom quartile of cost. So by helping to guide people to high quality care, not only are you doing the right thing to your budget for your budget, but you're doing the right thing for the humans in your care, because really they're in your care. You're making decisions about how they access healthcare. So I'm going to give you an example today. Any questions, let me know. For a fairly typical claim, back surgery. Now, I think that in all plans, back surgery should require a second opinion. The largest predictor of needing a spinal fusion is having a spinal fusion. So if you can get those out of your plan, you want to get them out of your plan. And I thank Al Lewis for that. From Quizify, you should check that out if you have never. But let's talk about a particular claim. I'm going to talk about a claim that happened in one of my clients' plans today. We're also going to talk about PPO discounts. PPO discounts are typically 45 to about 75%, depending on what the service is, who the provider is, where the provider is, all the things. In this example, I'm going to use a 55% PPO discount. I don't want to hear about more or less. I know it. We'll talk about it. So I have a client that needed a spinal fusion, and the billed charges for that were $80,328.18. That's a lot of money. The average PPO discount of about 55% would have dropped that down to about $36,000. It's still a lot of money, right? Even if the PPO discount is 75%, that's still $20,000, right? We used a reference-based pricing here, which is controversial in itself, and I understand that. We're going to talk about it one day, not today. You can use a direct contract. They'll price out in a similar fashion. You can use a negotiation. You can use a whole host of ways to get to this price, but the plan actually paid $10,527. It was an overnight hospital stay. It was a basic surgery, an overnight hospital stay. Patient went home. Everybody was fine. So in this particular situation, we know what it costs because this is a self-funded plan. If you don't have a fully insured plan with reference-based pricing. So this was a self-funded plan. We see what was billed. We see how the claim was reimbursed, which is why I can share this example with you today. What's important to take away from this is, if you're self-insured, two things. Unless you're IBM, or maybe you have more than 10,000 employees, you're always going to have a specific deductible, and hopefully, if your plan is right, an aggregate deductible as well. So in this case, the employer's specific deductible per employee maximum cost is $50,000. So this whole claim was under that $50,000, which means the employer wrote a check for it. And that's okay, right? That's absolutely fine. As long as you know how things are being paid and what your maximum liability is, it's no problem. And so in this instance, if it had been self-funded with a PPO network, which many employers, 100, 200, 300 lives, are self-funded with a carrier, meaning they use the carrier network. that claim would have cost about $36,000, give or take a little bit. I get it. Don't everybody get upset. Okay. But with a reference base or a direct contract or a bundled surgery or however you want to call it, the cost was much closer to $10,000, just over $10,000. That delta, that $16,000, $26,000 is money that would have stayed in your pocket. And I think that right now, given all the craziness that we have in our world, and whatever you want to think about this, we've got inflation, we have labor issues, we have a recession coming. Some people say we're here, some people say we're not. We've got all of that, right? This is one place that a savvy employer can find money. It's $26,000. It's not a huge amount of money. If you're a 200 life employer, your budget's probably $1 million or $1.5 million. But $26,000, 5, 6, 10, 20 times throughout the course of the year, that's some money. And savvy employers are looking to find that money, keep it. They can drop it to their bottom line. They can reinvest in their employees. They can do whatever it is that they need to do with it. So I would encourage you to think a little bit differently about how you purchase healthcare, not how you buy insurance, but how you purchase healthcare. And if we can help you with that, know that we'd love to. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you next time, next Wednesday.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode. Raising the Bar is powered by Altiqe Consulting, the country's leading independent expert in healthcare cost containment. Astute employers know there's a better way to offer health insurance, and we help them achieve it.